to settle the last couple days, and you know where you are, 3 games left in the regular season. All the trials and tribulations of the year, would you have taken where you are right now, controlling your own destiny for a top 6 with 3 games left?
Absolutely. It's such a blessing to be in this situation, this predicament. It's a fun time of year for all the teams that are in the hunt. And I'm sure if we look back on it and said, would we take being 47-32, I'm sure we all would say yes.
Just curious, back in Portland at halftime, was the team aware of what was going on in other venues, or were you focused on that second half down 3?
Focused on the second half, for sure.
Could you update us on Najee, please?
Najee's a go tonight.
All right. And with Larry out, how are without divulging too much, how are you going to kind of distribute the minutes in other ways? And are we going to see some guys maybe that haven't played a lot possibly play tonight?
For sure, we could. We just gotta continue to watch it and have a feel for who needs to go in the game. But it could be Cody, it could be Jeremiah. We can go small with no 5s on the floor at times. So it's really a feel for us right now.
Coach, we go back to that beginning of the discussion of how the NBA Western Conference is shaking out, and it may not finish until the last game of the season, and you guys still in the hunt, for a playoff spot. What are your thoughts about that? All these teams being, all so close together toward the end of the season.
I think it's great for the league. It's great for the NBA as a whole. It's so competitive. I would say probably the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season that you're almost getting playoff-like experience before you even get to those actual dates. And for us, it's a fun time of year.
And considering that fact, talking about the play-in and the playoffs, and where you guys are sitting, and the Kings, and you done played them 4 times already, you done beat them 4 times already. What do you got to do, to keep your team focused on, one game at a time, especially tonight, knowing that this is the 5th time that you meet this team.
Yeah, I think it's just that. It's blocking out all the noise and dialing into one game, because that's really what it is right now. It's focusing on one game at a time. The human nature, we all do it. We have a tendency to go look at the standings, who's winning, who's where, but we really have to focus on the task at hand, and that's Sacramento. And we know we've had some success against them, but they're a well-coached team. They're disciplined. They run their offense. We know they're going to shoot 3s, and we have to be ready to go out and attack from the start.
Coach, you and Coach Mike were in the same coaching staff for 3 years, since 2016 to 2019. Would you expect anything from Coach Mike from tonight's matchup, since it's a very important game for both teams?
Yes, I expect Sacramento to come out and be aggressive right away. I know Coach Mike, we had an opportunity to be together in Golden State, and what I respect about him is that he's always has his teams prepared, they're disciplined, and they go out and compete night in and night out, and we don't expect anything different tonight.
During your first 2 seasons with the Pels, you didn't get to spend as much time around Steve just because of the injuries. But now that he's had a full season, you got to see him go through some ups and downs. What's it like just seeing the level of scrutiny he kind of has received throughout the season, and just the way he handles it?
Yeah, our relationship is continually growing, and in terms of the scrutiny that Zion gets, the thing that I try to have compassion for is that I haven't experienced that as a player to the level that he does, and the way he handles himself on the court, off the court. Whatever people say, I'm around him enough to know that he's maturing each and every month. When I'm around him, he's getting better and better, and we're all proud to see him put together a season like he's done. And it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him on the floor, to get an opportunity to talk to him more and more about just life. And that's what it's about, continue to take steps forward and growing as a basketball player, but also as a young man.
And knowing, just where it was after that in-season tournament loss in Vegas, to see where he was then,
Yeah.
to get to the point where he is now, how impressive has that been?
It's extremely impressive, and I think that's the maturity level that I'm speaking towards, is that, you know, we took a tough loss out in Vegas, and you know, it didn't take away from our team kind of self-reflecting and seeing where we can be better, and then going out and doing it, and he's a big part of that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Very true.